Doing pretty much what we said, but we did say here the other day when I did a session with you, I think it was, I don't know what day, we said we're ready to pull back. We need to correct going into the weekend. Well, we are correcting. We got as high as 71.9. Didn't get through the 72 target we said. It got very close, and now it's coming back. So there's potentially more downside short term, potentially. However, what I was pointing out to our members is this is very much like a head and shoulders formation. If you look at this here, we have a bit of a shoulder here. See that? And then we have this head. See that, Dick?
Yep.
And then we have what's going to be a shoulder here. Oh, that looks like an obscene picture. So, yeah, sorry about that, guys. Either way, we may take another week or so. And we did say that probably going into the last week of June is when the potential breakout is going to happen. And if it does, that means we could expand this move into July because there's a good chance June's candle is supposed to be the big one, but it could start in June, run in July, and then lose it before the end of July. So we're still on target. I still think by the end of June, we're going to be at least challenging this top here, which is around 73.8 is the old top. We didn't get through the resistance. This is interesting because normally people say, well, go right to the top. It didn't. Our box was here and it stopped at dead in its tracks. Now we're checking back. We may go lower. We could get to 64, possibility. I don't want to see it go below 64 and close, but right now it's still looking promising. And it looks to me like we may be soon back up challenging the top. And we're going to may have to do it 2 or 3 times. But either way, I'm still hopeful that by the end of June, which is almost 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, that we're going to be challenging, if not taking out this top. And I think if we can get out of here, we have an initial target now, new targets, by the way, of about 77, 76 to 79 initially. And if it gets there, then it's only a matter of days or weeks that we're going to be aiming for this new funnel. Now, the funnel hasn't really changed, except we said it's going to be high 80s to possibly as high as 105. Now, the high of 105 is not, what's it called, baked in the cake. It just means it could because it's going to rip out of here when it does, and it could get some overspray so they could really rip. We don't know how high it's going to go, but you can see here the top part of the funnel, anything above 95 is very heavy red. That's heavy resistance. So the higher we go on this move, the tougher this resistance is going to be. So, hey, still looking for high 80s. That's my target. Should be around. I'm still looking for the next 4 weeks or so. So we probably will get into July. But I do believe that if we recycle here, which means if we go down 1 or 2 more days, we get what we call a recycle on the weekly chart. That's exciting. Okay. So what I'm saying here is we check back for a day or two here, stay in this range and come back to around 65, Dick. That adds about 4 more weeks to our upside potential target. That will take us right to the end of July. Now, it
Oh,
doesn't mean it's going to go higher. It just means it's got more time. It's bought time because right now it should be correcting and it's not, which means it's very strong. And if we stay in this range and go sideways, then it resets the clock. And instead of correcting, it's just strong here. And then we start back up. It's a whole new cycle.
so is this a situation where sometimes you say it's got that resistance level going up and it tries one, two, three. If it
Yeah.
fails, then it's going to fall. But you say that might be good news if it
No,
goes sideways.
right now it's correcting. See the candle right here that we
Yeah.
have on Friday? Because this traded Saturday and Sunday. I said on Friday, I put out an alert for our clients. I said, we should correct from here today, short term. Well, we corrected beautifully. We dropped from 72 down to 68. We dropped 4 grand. Now, we could drop another 3 or 4 thousand comfortably, but it should be correcting more here. It's not. It's kind of stuck here at the 69.5. And if we don't correct and we stay here, that's very strong. If we don't go down to the 64, and it's very stubborn, so it might just go back up and try and push through here. That would cause the numbers to recycle what we talked about. Because remember, after we get a sell signal, you get a correction, maybe 1 to 3 candles, and it goes back up again. This is not correcting properly is it hasn't corrected yet. So if we don't get the correction and go sideways for the next 3 or 4 days, that's a show of strong strength, and it may just recycle and start back up from here.
Is your 5 point reverse wave still in effect?
Oh, yes, that's a monthly
So,
chart. It's in effect very much. This is still, we are in right from here. This is this fifth wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Massive wave. And
so
again,
we could have that big funnel up,
yeah.
and then a correction of like 50%.
I would say we're coming back to the 70,000 comfortably at some point once we finish our move. That would be my target. I'd be looking for a floor somewhere around 70, 75,000. If we manage to get up into the high 90s or over 100, then my new floor would be all this congestion right in here, which is coincident with this top over here. So somewhere back into this roughly 70,000, give or take 5, 10,000, somewhere in the middle here. That's where we should correct. But we got to get through here first. And this definitely does look promising. The only thing we might do is we might add an extra candle or two before we break through. So this may drag on a bit longer because each candle is a full month. And it's pretty tough to call the number of candles because it's on a day chart, like that's a lot of time. But on a monthly chart, it's only like 2 candles. Anyway, everything else today is
Wait, Marty, before we go,
yep.
I might take that last 3 minutes and put that on YouTube with if with your permission, with
you notice that.
With a promo for your site, bullshift2020.com to see Marty's. You can get Marty's reports every day.
Yeah.
Or futureforecastinggroup.com, where we do a segment with you like we're recording now every Sunday. So a little promo there, because that was a very concise prediction on Bitcoin, not financial advice, but
No,
Marty
it's not financial advice for anybody. Hey, guys, I just follow the charts, and the charts tell me it's emotional content. Emotions are showing up here for the charts start to break out. It's emotions. It's not an exact science. Nobody said it was. We have to break through the 74. If we break through and close above there, that's when I'm expecting a big run. Simple as that.